Hey, Lindsay, how are you?
Excellent, Michelle. I'm excited to be recording. All good, all good. How are you? How's it going?
I'm good. I ate all the French fries yesterday at dinner.
All the French
All the
fries.
French fries. When it comes to French fries, do you like the skinny, crunchy fries or the bigger steak fries?
I like steak fries. I like sweet potato fries. I
Mm,
like all the fries.
all
All
the
the
fries.
fries, like you said.
Yes. Well, we can talk more about that in a second on All Ears English.
This is gonna be a really fun episode. I am super psyched. I love when we cover very trendy language
Yes.
patterns.
Yes,
Mhm.
this is definitely and we try to cover all the language patterns.
That's right. Hopefully, we don't overdo it today, but we
Yes,
do
I know,
have a
I know, now I can't stop myself.
Yeah, right.
Um,
We have
so
a poll though first,
yes.
Michelle, and we'll come
So
back to what we're saying here. But yeah, we have a poll to report, right?
yes, we have some news. Recently on episode 2245, we asked you guys a question. So this episode was, do you have a sibling? Episode
Mhm.
2245. If you haven't listened to that, definitely check it out. And what was the poll question, Lindsay?
That is very straightforward. Do you have a sibling? And
Oh.
no, it wasn't. Do you have a sibling? It was. Are you close with your sibling? Sorry. Are you close with your sibling? Right. So that is a more interesting question. Obviously, I'm curious about this around the world.
Yeah.
Closeness among siblings in different cultures.
Yeah.
Is it common? Is it uncommon? Is there something cultural there? I'm
Yeah.
super interested. But what was
Yeah.
our result? I mean, what did we learn?
Okay. So 66% of those who answered the poll said yes, that they have a close relationship with their sibling or siblings.
And 25% said no, and then
25%
9% are an only child.
children. Yeah.
I have a feeling there is something cultural just because I know that in certain countries, we're more likely to stay in our hometown,
Right.
and probably our
Right.
siblings are also more likely to
Right.
stay in their
I was thinking
hometown,
that too. Yeah.
right? Whereas here, it's like, it doesn't mean you can't be close to your sibling. I think you're very close to your brother, right, Michelle?
Yes.
But we don't always live near our siblings.
Right.
That's not a given. It's not a given, right?
Not a given. Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. So that's interesting. But I would be curious to hear more about that around the world and how it might be different culturally.
Yeah, maybe
Um,
we'll engage in that in a live event like a fluency
ooh,
party or an open conversation club. If you're on our courses, guys, you do get invited to those weekly events to practice
yes.
speaking. Yeah.
Yes,
So cool. Mhm.
exactly. That'd be great. So, Lindsay, what did we start saying in the beginning? We got a little excited, and then
We
I
got
said it.
into
I think I
it
said it one too many times.
too many times.
Um, but what did I say about the French
Yeah.
fries? Did I just say, "Oh, I ate French fries last night"?
No, you didn't say that. That would just be very basic and objective. You said I
Right.
ate all the fries, all the French fries last night. And
All
so
the fries in the whole world.
kind of, yeah, that's sort of what you're saying, isn't it? Not
Right.
literally, but
Right. So,
figuratively.
well, this is a very trendy grammar construction that we're hearing a lot. So,
Oh,
Lindsay,
yeah.
you came up with this idea, and this is a great one. Is this something that you say and naturally in your day to day life? Would you say you say it? Would you say it? Do you hear it more?
So this is not a trend that I personally have picked up because sometimes I stay away from super trendy things because if I hear myself say it, I kind of roll my eyes a little bit. I'm not saying I don't say it ever, but it's not something I say often. But I understand it. I like it. I like to hear it. I know what it means, and I can really get in, like engage in a conversation when someone says this because we get what they're saying,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Right.
Yeah. So
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So let's talk it through. So this is again, it's all the blank,
yes,
right?
yes,
So
all the blank. Let's do an
we're
example, and then we'll come back to our reminder
okay.
for our listeners. Yeah,
All
so
right.
for example, Michelle,
Do you want ice cream?
yes, I want all the ice cream. Yes, so and that is accurate, right, I do,
Yes, and I know
actually.
how much you like ice cream.
This has been a big ice cream summer for me personally.
It has
Uh,
been for me as well, and I'm not even I always think of you as the ice cream person, and I'm more of the cookie person, but
but you doing a lot of ice cream
lot
lately?
of ice
Yeah,
cream. Oh my gosh,
yeah.
I took my son oh, yeah, I took him for ice cream the other day, and he ate all the ice cream.
I have the ice
This
cream.
guy, oh God, I felt terrible about myself that I let him do this, but let him enjoy. He had 3 different scoops on top of a cone.
Oh, that's so cute.
It
Yeah.
was it was so typical a kid with an ice cream cone. It was very, very cute, but yeah.
Everything, like, going down the wrist and everything, I imagine, ice cream
Yes.
everywhere, the
Yes.
arm is soaked in
Yes, yes.
chocolate.
That's exactly how it
Yeah.
was. So,
Well,
um
that actually is a good, way of talking about this phrase, "all the X," because kids fully engage, and that's kinda what this concept is saying,
yeah.
right? "Do you
Yeah.
like this?" or, "I do you want this? I want all of this." What would be
Mhm.
more typical of a kid? Like, so adults will use this, but it's an idea of fully engaging in something and fully loving something and expressing that,
Yes.
right?
Yes, that's true.
Mhm.
I love it. So, guys, before we talk about this a little bit more, we want to remind you to hit follow wherever you are listening to the All Ears English podcast because we don't want you to miss anything from us. And we
Yes.
have we have a lot of things to teach you.
Excellent, excellent. Let's get deeper into this. I think our listeners are feeling curious and excited to take on this new language trend. So, what is this about? What else can we tell our listeners here?
Right. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you really want all the ice cream, that you ate all the french fries. It's a little bit
Right.
more metaphorical. It shows
Mhm.
enthusiasm. So when you do
Yeah.
this, you're showing that you're really enthusiastic about something, you really want something, however it's being used. But it just adds that enthusiasm. And like Lindsay said, it's a little bit trendy. So if you are if you have a personality where you like to use those expressions, this would be a good one to try.
Exactly. And the only warning would be don't overuse it because then people will be confused about just save it
Mhm.
for the things that you're really excited about, I would say,
Mhm. Mhm,
right?
mhm. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I do wanna draw our attention over to one other episode,
Yeah.
because this was another similar idea of really trendy language that's a little
Right.
slangy. That was
Mm.
episode 2265. That was "When Should You Stop Talking?" It's a whole thing.
I love that title.
Yeah.
It's so fun. So that also, yeah, you're right. It's equally trendy and good to learn these trends. And then you guys can decide whether you want to use them
Right.
once in a while, never, or all the time. It's up to you. It's your personality. We're showing you how to express your personality in English. Okay.
Right.
Love it.
Exactly. So, okay, this can be really used to talk about your preferences, your routines, maybe the news even. It's
Hmm.
it's just something that you're enthusiastic about consuming, whether that's
Yes.
food, movies, TV show. I want to watch all the episodes of Friends.
Yeah, and I like the
Yeah,
word consuming here because this
yeah.
is really about consumption. That could be, as you said, media, consuming
Mhm,
food.
mhm.
Interesting,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is interesting, how this can be used. So, I mean, what does it add to, for example, the ice cream one we did? So, I want all the ice cream.
Again, yeah, just
Yeah.
saying you're excited about ice cream, right? It's just saying you love ice cream and you wanna eat ice cream right now, right? It doesn't mean you want every flavor they have behind the counter, but you are excited about it. You're all in. Yeah.
Linda, you're a chocolate peanut butter, right? Or you
Yeah,
like
when I can
yeah.
get it, it's hard to find though, I'm telling
Really?
you. Yeah, it's hard to find.
Chocolate peanut butter?
Kind of, yeah. Chocolate peanut
Mm.
butter or anything double chocolate,
Ugh,
chocolatey chocolate,
uh,
brownie. There's this,
oh, I
chain,
love
JP Licks is in
oh, I
Boston.
know
I was just back
JP.
in
Yeah.
Boston. They have this brownie batter. Oh
Ugh.
my gosh, it's incredible.
Does it have chunks in it or
Yeah, kind of. It has
that's the
chunks and
best?
it's smooth. It's good. It's good.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh. That sounds good. So let's do some more example, not about ice cream because I'm getting really
I know. I know. How much ice cream can I have? It's like, let's talk about coffee because that's another
okay, let's
thing
talk
I
about
go
yeah.
deep into.
Same.
Here we go. Are you tired?
Yes, let's get coffee.
Yes, please. I need all the coffee. All right. So this is interesting, right? Because I would reserve this for moments when you really need a lot of coffee. Not maybe not every day,
Yeah.
right? On a daily basis. Like, for example, last Friday, I took a red eye. Last Thursday
Mhm.
night,
Oh.
I did the red eye mistake again. I made it again. Terrible mistake. It gets worse every year, Michelle, when I
You're
do this.
so funny.
And so I had to spend the day. We watched the opening ceremonies with my
Yeah.
parents in their retirement home, and everyone was perky and watching it. I was falling asleep in the chair. I mean,
Oh,
and
no.
so it was just, and that day I needed all the coffee, right?
Right.
But I wouldn't
Yes.
necessarily say that today. Today I'm okay. I am
Yeah.
drinking coffee, but I don't need all the coffee. Okay. So I just
Right.
want to make that differentiation there. Yeah.
Right. Now but it's also interesting because we're talking about needs here. So whereas
Yeah.
the ice cream, we're saying want, right? I
Mm.
want all. So you could say I want all the coffee. Let's say you're in a really cool coffee shop and they have the
Hmm.
beans there and different flavors, and you were really into coffee. You could say, oh, I want all the coffee. So you could say that.
Sure.
But when it comes to need, it's a little bit
Hmm.
different, which is interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. So that's more of a physical need,
Yeah.
right? If you feel that your body really needs caffeine, you're really tired, you might say that. Let's give another example. I like these little
Okay.
role plays.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. "Oh, take a picture."
Oh, I don't have any more room on my phone.
"Oh, geez, you must take a lot of pictures."
I take all the pictures.
Okay.
Okay, so this is interesting.
A
So we're
little
not
bit
talking about
different.
consuming or drinking, eating, drinking ice cream. It's about things you do,
Habits or yeah.
habits. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, this is a little bit of a different one, but still very
Mm-hmm.
useful. Lindsay, do you take a lot of pictures?
Not really. I don't tend to take when I travel. I just
You're
usually
living
my
in the
travel
moment.
partner would be the one taking the photo, so it's just photos of me. Like you know.
That's that's
It's
funny.
hilarious. Yeah. No, I don't know. I want to be present exactly, or I'm just too lazy to get my phone out.
Right. Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I find that yeah, my dad loves to take a lot of pictures, and I mean, I have the same photo of like that he's taken of me at the Hudson River with the skyline 100 times, and every time it's
Oh,
always oh like it's the first time.
that's
So
so
it's very
funny.
sweet.
Aw,
Um
that's cute.
yeah. And then I wanted to teach one bonus that's a
Yes.
little bit different, but it's a similar idea. Lindsay, what is this?
Yeah, this is really trendy. So if we take this language construction, this pattern we've shown you, and then we take it to the most trendy way of using it, it is the
Mhm.
phrase all the feels. So, Michelle, I
Mhm.
almost feel like we need a little role play here, or like to
Mm.
understand, how do we use this? All the feels.
Okay, yeah, you're right, and I don't have a role play. So let's think about it. So I could say, oh my gosh, did you see that movie? It wasn't it incredible?
Right? And then I might say something like, "Yeah, I got all the feels,"
Yeah.
right? Or I'm having all the feels, I'm getting all the feels. All of those would be correct, right, Michelle? You may need to
Yes.
correct me here because
Yes. No,
I
no,
don't
no,
use
you're
it.
right, right.
Okay.
It's all the feels, it just basically means, strong emotions, right?
Yeah.
You might be feeling intense sadness or intense happiness or whatever it
Yeah.
is, just, intense emotions.
Yep, I like that. So that's an important one to note down, guys. You don't have to use it. You can if you want. If you want a special way to show that you're feeling things, that's perfect. Perfectly
Yes.
trendy. I love it. Yeah,
Exactly.
perfect.
Now, just curious, Lindsay, this whole all the french fries, ice cream feels, do you think
Mhm.
these are too casual for work? What do you think?
Good question, Michelle. No, I don't think they are. I don't think they are because again, our approach to work, to business English, is we are humans going into work.
Yeah.
Maybe you're not saying it in the middle of a fancy boardroom meeting, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But you could be saying it as you're going out for lunch with a coworker, or you are at happy hour after work in between meetings. Yes.
Mhm, mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, right, exactly. It's a little bit casual, but it depends on the workplace culture and when you were to use it. But it definitely shows personality, confidence. It could
Yeah.
even be a little bit self-deprecating.
Hmm.
So it really depends how it's used. Anything else you wanna bring up about it before we start a role play?
Yeah, let's take a quick break, Michelle, and then we're going to come back and get into a role play. Yeah?
Okay,
Shall we?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, Michelle.
Okay.
So, again, tone of voice matters here,
Yes.
right?
I do
What do we
wanna
need to
bring
know?
that up. Yes, before
Mhm.
we get into the role play, we've been doing a lot of role plays already, but again, if you say, "I want all the ice cream,"
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
That's
Right.
not gonna sound it's not
You
working.
well, I was gonna say, they might literally think you mean you wanna eat every
It sounds
single
like you're
pint of
like
ice
a
cream in
like
the
it's if you
fridge.
said it like that and you
Yeah.
were at an ice cream stand, like they might think you're like an ice cream bank robber,
Or
like I want all the ice cream.
or you're a
Like
competitive eater or something, right? Competitive ice cream eater or
yeah,
something like
and then you think you're using in this metaphorical way, and then they come out with all these pints of ice cream, and they're like, "Oh, that'll be $700," and you think,
Right, right, right. Or the
"No, no,
sauces. If you go for tacos and they give you a choice of the sauces and you say, I
ah,
want all the sauces, they're gonna
yeah."
bring you like 17 different types of sauces and
Right.
salsas.
Right. So you got to be careful about it. So you really got to hit that all. This is important,
You
guys.
do.
You got to hit it, or else it's not gonna land.
That's
Um,
really interesting.
yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
So, actually, not gonna land is gonna we're gonna do a future
That's
episode
another
about that
episode.
because I heard that a couple times the other day,
Mhm.
and I was like, "Oh, that's a good one," and so glad that came up. So, guys, remember to hit follow. But
Yes.
anyway, you gotta exaggerate that all. I want
Right.
all the ice cream.
And it's also the timing in which you deliver that, right? That all. So, for example, let's go back to the tacos example with the salsas. You sit down at a restaurant, you're looking at the menu with your friend, and you look at the different salsas. Maybe you say, I want all the salsas, the sauces,
Yeah.
but not when the waitress comes over. You're
Yeah.
obviously not going to say that. You're going to say which ones you want, right?
Right.
So that's funny.
Good
Yeah.
point. Right, because you don't know if they're gonna take it literally. And then yeah, you could get like a whole like a flight of all the
Yeah.
sauces
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah,
salsas.
yeah.
Yep.
So
Yep.
we're saying a very different thing from exactly what we want. We're just saying we're excited about it. Okay. Yes.
Yes. That's a very good point. So let's just do one more role play and close it out.
All right, here we go. So, hey, oh, should we get a margarita?
Okay, on a vacation at a
Sorry,
resort.
forgot to set the scene there. Just went right into it because it seems like we're having Mexican food, so I love it.
That's
All
true.
right.
Yes. Okay. We are friends and we're on a vacation at a resort.
Here we go. So, should we get a margarita?
Yes, let's get all the margaritas.
I can't wait to sit at the pool and just relax.
Same.
And I can't wait to eat all the cookies at the bakery near the lobby.
Oh, yes.
Nice. All right, cool. So yeah, this is a great example of when this all comes out when you're kind of looking at a menu or you're looking at what you could get and you're talking to your friend, right?
Right. And especially on a vacation, right? You get a little
Mhm.
bit oh, it's I'm on vacation.
Right, right, right. There is some meaning implied there of like I want to relax. Maybe I've been working hard. I'm ready to let loose, you
Yeah.
know?
Yep. Exactly. So just to quickly go through it, I said, let's get all the margaritas. So I don't really mean that because then I would get alcohol poisoning.
Right, I wouldn't recommend that for sure. And then you said I said I can't wait to sit at the pool and just relax. You said same, and then I said, and I can't wait to eat all the cookies in the bakery near the lobby,
Okay.
right? So I noticed that there was a plate of cookies when we checked in, and so I'm going to go back there. I'm saying I'm not going to literally eat them all, of
Right.
course. I'm just excited to enjoy maybe one or two. All right?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. This was a fun one, Lindsay. I'm glad you
This has
made me
been
laugh.
fun. I hope our listeners had as much fun as we did. But guys, this is great. Clearly, there's a very different meaning. You are not ordering everything on the menu. Okay. That's important to
Right.
know. Yes.
Right. Exactly. Well, this was a lot of fun. Thank you for bringing this to our attention, Lindsay, this language trend. Guys, again, this is very, very trendy. So decide how you want to use it. If you feel more comfortable listening for it at first, go for it. But also, it would be good because I'm thinking if we have any listeners who are baristas or waiters or waitresses, and you might want to clarify if somebody says it like that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, bro.
Yeah, for sure. And be selective, right? Be kind of concise in how often you use it. Don't overuse it because then
Yes.
it will lose its meaning. And when we overuse something, it becomes less fun because people
Yeah.
don't truly get the meaning of what you're trying to say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
So good point. All right. Well, Lindsay, thanks so much for chatting with me. This has been a very fun one. Thanks for the
Yeah.
topic.
Michelle, let's go get all the ice cream now.
Okay, I'm gonna get all the ice cream.
All right. Take care. Have a good
All
one.
right. Bye.
Bye.